Hey there guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was Pyra and Mythra's Driver. This is part 17. In the last part, Izuku was trying to find agency with both Mirio and All Might suggesting Sir Nightaye's agency for his internship, with Sir Nighteye having some motive, some reason why he wanted him to be part of his agency, with Jin trying to convince Ida not to, go after vengeance against Stain. However, it was on deaf ears, with Izuku, Jin, and Pyra realizing that Sir Nighteye has a blade named Rook. Anyway, with that said, let's get into this. As the air in the office begins getting crazy, with Mirio basically already helping Bubble Girl out of the tickle machine and out of the office, with Rook asking, "Oh, hey Mirio and Bubble Girl, you think you guys could take these coffees? I think it's gonna be quite crazy." With Mirio saying, "Oh, sure, I got you." As he takes all 4 coffees and while also carrying Bubble Girl outside, with Jin still pointing his sword at Rook, as saying, "You can put down your sword." "I know, but I'd rather make sure that Izuku is safe, especially from blades and drivers we just met, but knew about us from the very beginning." As soon, Jin puts his sword down, but still in his hand, as Pyra soon asks, "What reason do you have for wanting us? I understand that you're a driver, and you have your own blade, just like me and Izuku are driver and blade. But why the secrecy?" After hearing this, Sir Nighteye basically brings up his laptop, begins typing, as he soon shows in front of both Izuku, Pyra, and Jin, as he asks them, "Take a look at this." As they look at this, they see that there's an orange crystal, and it looks like a core crystal, as it's an article that's saying, "Mysterious crystals found all over Japan, unable to know the whereabouts. There are only a few dozen around the country. However, when a person first touches these crystals, all their blood is soon basically explode out of their body. Not into the point of killing them, though, just into the point where they're too inebriated to not be able to be conscious for at least the next couple of weeks or so." As saying, that's the cost of what happens when somebody thinks that they're compatible with a blade, but they're not. The blade rejects them, causing a huge massive ether feedback to the body it can't accept, and then their blood explodes from them, causing them to go unconscious for at least a couple of weeks or so. As Jin explains, with Pyra saying, "Yep, that's what happened. It's terrifying, scary, but it's what's to be expected, especially if you don't have a good compatibility with the blade." As Izuku hears this, he thinks, "So are there a couple of blades that probably aren't compatible with me too?" As he thinks this, Mythra soon comes out saying, "I doubt that. Since you're able to be my driver, it's most likely that you'll be able to be compatible with any type of blade out there. And not only that, you're a kind kid and sweet and loving. There's no way in hell any blade wouldn't want you for their driver." As Izuku smiles, saying, "Thanks, Mythra. I needed that." As she blushes a little bit, turns around saying, Yeah, whatever," with her smiling too. As soon after, Rook is right beside Sir Nighteye, saying, "It's these very crystals that are dangerous. There's not a lot of them. However, we need to understand where they came from, and why that beings like Rook, Pyra, Mythra, and Jin have come to this world, even though they are not native to this side of the world. As Izuku explains, because blades are from the world of All Rest. It's basically an alternate Earth where half of the world is covered in clouds, known as the Cloud Sea. Pyra and Mythra told me this when I first met them, as saying, "Is that true, Rook?" Is saying, "Yeah, but again, you didn't really believe me the first time I told you." But it's to be expected. Soon, Izuku began explaining that almost all of humanity lives on giant creatures known as Titans, which makes up almost all the landmass of many countries. As soon, Sir Nighteye thinks parallel worlds, and basically living on giant creatures, and making them countries. Interesting. But still, I want to understand why they have come here. As soon Mythra saying, "Don't look at me. I have no idea what the heck is going on. I don't even know what the hell Father is planning, especially why I'm here." As saying, "Father?" As Jin says, the architect. The architect is the creator of All Rest, and of humankind and blades alike. We have, not only that, Mythra and Pyra are a special kind of blade, known as the Aegis Blade, a powerful blade that's specially created by the architect himself. With Mythra saying, "That's right, that's me for you." As Sir Nighteye hearing this, thinking, "I see. So it's possible you may be the key." As Mythra saying, "What are you talking about? I want to understand more about blades and why core crystals are coming to our world. Especially, you've seen what happened to those who touch a core crystal and who are not residents compatible with a blade, is what you say?" As Jin nods, with saying, "I want to see if we can make compatible with a blade more optional, especially in a time like this. We could use more heroes in the world, especially with All Might's time drawing near." As Izuku saying, "What are you talking about?" All Might is saying, "You know about All Might's injury and the reason why he wants a successor so badly. It's most likely he's going to die in the near future." Saying, "You're joking." As even Mythra saying, "Okay, I know that he can't become a hero for a really long time, but there's no way in hell that buff, smiling idiot is going to." As soon Sir Nighteye looks at Mythra with death glare, as she soon feels it, saying, "Ignore her." As Izuku tries to pan Sir Nighteye's attention to him, as saying, "What did you say about All Might dying?" As I'm not sure if I should tell you this. You may be an All Might fanboy, but you have two blades who are exceptionally powerful. How can I know I can trust you?" As Izuku saying, It's because of them I want to become a hero more than anything. All Might may have not trusted me at first, but over time, he did. When he saw how brave I'm willing to do whatever it takes to save somebody. Pyra, Mythra, Jin, the three of them have always been by my side, and they said that they would support me for my dream. So, I don't care if you don't trust me. I will help All Might. I don't want to see him die." As Sir Nighteye hears this, as he thinks, words aren't enough. You want to prove it. Prove to me that you're worthy of this information. As he soon grabs the twin sickles and passes them to Rook, as he begins getting in a combat stance. As he tells him, "Prove to me that you're worthy of being a driver of these two blades. If that's so, then I believe that you're worthy for this information. As Izuku saying, wait, seriously? With Mythra saying, fine then, bring it on. With Jin saying, the way that you talk, it's pretty condescending. I didn't think All Might fanboys like you existed. I guess that's only what I expect from seeing Izuku's experiences. As Jin gets in a combat stance, as he still has his sword in his hand, as Izuku saying, guys, we don't have to. Mythra cutting him off, saying, Izuku, do you seriously think that he's not telling us information because he wants to prove that we're worthy of being Driver and Blade? He wants to see if you're worthy of us. As Izuku saying, wait, are you serious? As Jin saying, it's not surprising. Just look at the two, as they seem like they're a really good team. As Jin asks, tell me, how long have the two of you been Driver and Blade? As saying, at least for a couple of days or so. After hearing this, Jin says, not a very long time, like me, it's just the same as me and Izuku. However, Mythra and Pyra have been Izuku's blade for longer. As if you think you can beat them, beating me and Izuku may be one thing, but you can't beat those two. As Izuku saying, yeah, even so, I want to prove it. I don't care if you don't give me the information or not. All I want to do is show you that that me, Mythra, Pyra, and Jin, we have each other's backs no matter what. If you think I'm not worthy to be their driver, then you have another thing coming, Sir Nighteye. As he pulls out Mythra's sword and points it at the pro hero. As Sir Nighteye looks at Izuku, he realized that he's not dealing with the same kid that was an All Might fanboy and that stuttered a lot. As he realized that he was serious, especially when he pulled out Mythra's sword, saying, it looks like you might have to take this more seriously, Rook. As Rook saying, okay then. As Sir Nighteye says, if any one of you can lay one hit on me for about 10 minutes, then I'll give you the information that you deserve. But if not, then you have no chance. As Izuku saying, fair. As he thinks it should be easy. I have 2 blades and he only has 1. Jin can most likely handle Rook on his own, while me, Pyra, and Mythra take care of Sir Nighteye. There should be no problem with that. As soon, Izuku can feel the link between him and Mythra as he prepares his fighting stance, and soon both Izuku and Jin rush at Rook and Sir Nighteye, with Rook basically clashing with Jin and Izuku heading straight for Sir Nighteye, with Izuku putting down a sword as fast as he can, with his speed amplified and strength too, as Izuku believes, I got you, with Sir Nighteye actually dodging it, leaving, wait, what? And soon Izuku doing another slash, and there, with him dodging it. With each slashes that Izuku tries to hit Sir Nighteye with, he dodges them like they're nothing, while Rook is basically fighting against Jin, with Rook unable to keep up with Jin's speed, but he's still able to counter him every time that Jin tries to go in for an attack, with Izuku stepping back and Sir Nighteye not even hitting Izuku at all, realizing that he's not going to get him like this, as he says, Jin, switch out with me, as soon saying, of course, with Mythra's sword transforming into Pyra's sword, and Pyra soon coming out, as she runs to Rook, shooting a fire blast, while Rook tries to defend. He begins feeling pain and fire, is saying, ugh, I'm not really compatible when it comes to fighting against fire users, you know that, Mirai, is saying, I know, Rook, just hang in there for a little while. As soon Izuku is already in front of Sir Nighteye with Jin's sword, as he ether shifted right next to the pro hero and planned on cutting him right near his tie. However, Sir Nighteye dodges it like it was nothing, with Izuku's eyes widening alongside Jin as he says, "There's no way in hell. Ether shift is literally the fastest technique that any blade like me could use. No one's fast enough to react faster than that." As Izuku saying, "Wait, he can react faster than that because of his quirk." Sir Nighteye adjusting his glasses saying, "So it took you this long to figure out? I'm so disappointed in you, Midoriya." As Sir has been using his quirk the entire time, being foresight, to basically dodge each and every one of his moves. As he says, "It doesn't matter how fast you're going. If I can see whatever move you make, I can dodge it like it's nothing." As Izuku saying, "You gotta be kidding me!" But it's to be expected. However, there is one other way I can stop your movements. As Izuku saying, "Jin, go!" As saying, "With pleasure." As Izuku rushes at Sir Nighteye with Jin's sword again, as she rushes at him with an ether shift, and soon screams out, "Mississippi Slash!" As he tries cutting him, and then sheathing his sword on his back, with multiple slashes all over the area. However, Sir Nighteye dodges each and every one of them, is saying, "Quick, fast slash attack," basically creating a flurry of slashes with one cut. Very good. However, I can still see each and every one of them coming at me. As soon Izuku grabs near Sir Nightaye's feet, as saying, "Nice try, Midoriya, but that ain't going to." As he soon realized, wait, he doesn't have his sword. As Jin has his sword, with soon Sir Nighteye thinking, "Damn it, he's not." Jin's, even though I can see him moving faster, I'm in the air. I can't move quick enough for me to dodge Jin's attack. As Jin is saying, "You're done for." With Rook still fighting against Pyra, he soon basically kicks her away, tossing one of his sickles right at Sir Nighteye. As Sir Nighteye grabs it and soon counters the attack, knocking Jin to the ground. As after that, Jin saying, "Damn it, we were so close." But their teamwork was still a little rusty than ours. Yes, Izuku saying, "Our team, we only had like at least a week to work on our teamwork. And even after the sports festival, we were still trying to improve on it, Jin. But if I'm going to be honest, I think we improved quite a bit." Saying, "I agree on that." As Pyra says, "You got keep your guard up, guys. We still haven't laid a single hit on him." As Jin saying, "I don't know about that." Izuku confused at Jin's comment, with Sir Nighteye saying, "What is he?" As he thinks, "Oh no, I only focused on Midoriya. I didn't think about Jin's." As he only looked at Jin's speed for a split second before focusing back on Izuku's. As soon he realized, as without a second thought, an ice spike was heading straight for Sir Nightaye's back of the head. As soon Izuku realized this, alongside Pyra saying, "Jin, no!" With Rook basically destroying the ice spike. However, piece of the spike still cut Sir Nighteye's shoulder, as the suit fabric began to rip, with only a small bit of blood coming out. Nothing too serious. As soon Sir Nighteye grabs his shoulder, as Izuku saying, "Jin, what the hell are you thinking? Why would you aim right directly at Sir Nighteye? As Jin saying, yeah, I know it sounds a little cruel, but sometimes you have to take dirty shots if you want to win a battle, Izuku. As Izuku saying, that's not how I do things. As Izuku feels disappointed that he won this way. And as Jin saying, I'm sorry, Izuku. I really am. But I feel like, as Pyra saying, Izuku, I know how you feel about stuff like this, but at least try and see it from Jin's perspective. Did it to help you and get an advantage while normal tactics, even sneak tactics like this weren't going to help. So at least try, as Izuku saying, of course I understand what Jin was coming from, and I appreciate the help, or even the thought, but doing something like that is no better than what a villain would do. All Might wouldn't accept that. As Sir Nighteye hears this, saying, you really truly are an All Might fanboy like me. As he's saying, okay then, I will give you the information now. You did lay a scratch on me. Even though it wasn't you, Midoriya, it was still your blade, so it counts. As Rook's saying, you were still going easy on them, weren't you, Mirai? After hearing this, Sir Nighteye turns around and has his arms crossed, saying, I don't know what you're talking about, Rook. I wasn't holding back one bit. As soon, Sir Nighteye saying, the information I'm telling you must stay between us. No one else should know about this. Not even Mirio knows yet. As saying, so what? Saying, All Might is going to die. I looked into his future after the battle against him in All for One. As Izuku saying, wait, All for One? Saying, I guess he didn't tell you about that. Let's just say he was a powerful villain. The powerful villain that All Might fought against did more than just tore a hole through his stomach, and also shortened his lifespan. I begged for him to take an early retirement. However, you know what he told me? That there are still people who need to be saved. Still people who need the symbol of peace. That's why he said he would never retire until he found a proper successor and trained him to become the next symbol of peace. But I don't see that happening now. Saying, this is the year that All Might is going to most likely die. That's why Izuku cuts him off, saying, that's why you wanted Togeda-senpai to become the next symbol of peace so badly. Because you were hoping that he would retire and then he won't die. As Sir Nighteye soon shook his head, with Rook coming in saying, even though I've only been Mirai's blade for a couple of days, I can tell he has so much respect and cares deeply about All Might, not just as an All Might fanboy or his former sidekick, but as a friend who doesn't want to see him die. That is how much he cares about All Might. As Izuku hears these words, he begins saying, I get it. I truly do get it. That's why I want your help, Sir Nighteye. Saying, As a fellow driver, I want your help so I can improve better and become even stronger as a driver of both Pyra and Mythra, and even Jin. As Sir Nighteye says, well, of course, it's not. Besides evaluating your skills as a driver, I also want to help you improve. Even if you didn't cut me, I would still help you due to you still needing an internship. And I did accept it after all. With all three of them smiling, saying, in an hour or so, we're going to be going on patrols. Plus, starting tomorrow, we'll be heading to Hosu City for an investigation. As soon Izuku asks, an investigation? It's saying, it's an important investigation, but I don't want you in part of it because you're still This is only an internship. You're not like Muriel. You won't be taking in part in this. As soon Mythra comes out saying, oh, I call that bullshit. Why wouldn't we? Saying, you still need, even though the three of you aren't quirks, and what you're using isn't a quirk. Right now, the law sees the two of you as quirks, as Midoriya's quirks. Am I right? Nobody even knows about Rook yet. Many people that have seen him see him as just a person with a bird-like quirk figure, and that's it. But if you all use your quirks without my permission, then you'll have dire consequences, and that is a fact. Is that understood? As Izuku saying, yes sir, with Jin saying, yes sir, with Pyra reluctantly saying, yes sir, and that's saying good. Now the three of you can go rest up. We'll be actually training in the next couple of minutes or so. As soon Izuku, all three of them say yes, with them heading out. However, Rook saying, hey, Mythra and Jin, why don't you all talk? And Mirai, why don't you go talk with Izuku about all my things? Saying, what are you planning, Rook? Saying, just want to talk with my fellow Blades, that's all. Is that too much to ask for? With Sir Nighteye saying, of course not. I'll oblige my partner if not. Is that okay with you, Midoriya? Saying, well, it's up to them if they want to. As soon Jin saying, I got no reason not to. However, if you need to talk to us, Izuku, come straight to us if you need anything. With Mythra saying, seriously, call us if you need if you have any problems. Just not something if it's stupid or anything like that. As Izuku soon scratches his head and laughs it off, saying, sure. With both Izuku and Sir Nighteye leaving his office, with only the Blades soon in there, as Mythra saying, so what you want to talk about? If it's about this world, I can give you some rundown of it. Being around Izuku, is saying, nah, it's just about you, Mythra, and Jin here to help me out, give me some point of views on what's going on. As saying, oh, why that? As he asks, tell me, are you in love with your driver? As soon her eyes begin whitening, asking, what? And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear it. Also, like and subscribe, which I would really appreciate. At any rate, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.